Hello students, welcome once more to online video class for class 10th computer applications. Today we are going to study about the linear search. Before starting the searching, let us see what is the meaning of search. In case of searching, we accept some elements in the array and we accept one more element that we want to check whether the given element is present in the array or not. If the given element is present in the array, we display a meaningful message. If not present, accordingly we give a message. So we need to find the presence of a given element in the arrays. And for searching we have two methods, binary search and linear search. But in this year's ICSE syllabus, binary search is removed. So you have to study only linear search. One more program we will discuss related with linear search. So starting the topic, what is searching? An element in a SDA means single dimensional array. This is one of the basic operations which can be performed on arrays. It is a process to determine whether a given term or element or search item is present in the array or not. We have two methods for searching, linear search and binary search. Linear search is also known as sequential search because here searching is done in a sequence starting from the first element of the array, that is element present at 0 index, to the last element of the array, that is element present at l-1 index, where l is the length of the array or size of the array. In case of linear search, every element of the array is extracted one by one starting from the beginning till the end, and it is compared with the search item. If the search item is present in the array, then our search will be over at that point only. It means we don't have to search for the remaining elements because we have got the element. If not present, then this process will continue from the beginning till the end. So this is the simplest technique to find whether an element is present in the array or not. With one program we will discuss it. Question is, write a program to accept 10 different numbers in an SDA and search if given a number, that given number also we will take from the user, is present or not present. If present, then we need to display the index, means where it is present, and if not present, then accordingly we will give a message. So this program we are going to design with linear search method. So starting the program, question you have already seen. I have designed this program with scanner class. So we need to import the package first, java.util.star, then class name, method name. Here our question is to accept 10 integers in an array. So first we need to declare the array. For declaration of array, data type, that is int, name of the array is m, then pair of big bracket represents that it is a SDA, single dimensional array, equal to new keyword, same data type again, and in big bracket we need to mention the size. So here size is 10. We need to search for a given item, means which number we want to search, that we will keep in the variable sh. So these two are the inputs, array m and search item sh. For processing we need two more variables. As you know, in all the array based programs, loop is required to extract the index of every element of the array. So I is the loop variable. One more variable here, k is declared. K indicates whether a given element is present in the array or not. So how computer will come to know that it is present and how it will come to know it is not present? When the value of k is initialized with 0, we suppose that the given element is not present in the array. When it will be present in the array, then we will update the value of k from 0 to 1. So we will have either of the two values of k, 0 or 1. When 0 it means element is not present. When 1 it means the given search item is present. So after the declaration of array, create the object. Scanner object is in here. Now for taking the input in the array, first we need to display a meaningful message. Enter 10 integers. So this message will flash on the terminal window. Then users will have idea that they have to enter 10 integers. These 10 integers will be stored in the array, and you know that indexing starts with 0 in the array. So first element will be stored at 0 index, and the 10th integer will be stored at index 10 minus 1, that is 9. That is why our loop will run from 0 to 9. Now when I equal to 0, we will get first message on the screen, enter integer. Enter integer double quote, colon symbol, it is typed inside the double quotes, so it will flash on the screen as it is. After that plus symbol, I have mentioned I plus 1. So value of I plus 1 will change according to the value of loop variable I. So first time when I equal to 0, it will display a message, enter integer 0 plus 1, that is 1. Means enter integer 1. So when first value is entered by the user, that value we need to store in the array at 0 index. So when I equal to 0, mi will become m0. In dot next int, it is the function to receive integer value. So first value will be received in the array at 0 index. So when the body of the loop is over, I will become 1. 1 is less than 10, again satisfied. Then we will get a new message, enter integer 1 plus 1, that is 2. So when second integer is entered, that second integer will be stored at 1 index in the array, because value of I is 1 here. So m1 will store the second integer. So like this loop will run 10 times from 0 to 9, and mi will vary from m0, m1, m2 up to m9. So all the 10 numbers will be stored in the array from index 0 to 9. And reason of writing I plus 1 is it is a convenient message for the users to understand, means which number he has or she has entered. So when I equal to 0, it will become 1. When I equal to 1, it will become 2. When I equal to 9, it will become 10. So for users, it will display enter integer 1, integer 2 up to integer 10. But for these numbers to be stored in the array, we have mentioned mi, means values will be stored in the array starting from index number 0 up to index number 9. So that is our input part. When the input is over, then the second part of our question is we need to accept one more number from the user that we want to check whether it is present or not present. So second message, enter the integer to be searched. That search item we are going to store in sh. Now our input is over. We have taken 10 integers in an array and one more integer that we want to search in the array. Now the logic will start. We have a very simple logic here. First we need to cover the index of all the elements in the array. So starting the loop with 0 and it will go up to 9. And in case of linear search, our objective is to compare all the elements of the array with the search item one by one. If it is matching, then our search will be over. If it is not matching, then this process will continue till the end of the array. So first time when I equal to 0, 0 less than 10, satisfied. Now mi is compared with sh. So element at 0 index in the array is compared with the search item whether they are matching or not matching. Suppose it is matching first time itself, then the body of if will run. So it will make k equal to 1 and break is used such that we don't have to search again because we have got the element at that point. So break will take the control outside the body of for loop. Remember here break is applied inside the body of if, but this if is inside the body of for loop. So when break statement executes, it will take the control outside the body of the for loop. It means control will go outside the block of for loop, means here. So it will terminate the loop. Listen once more. So when I equal to 0, element at 0 index, that is mi, is compared with search item sh. If it is matching, then k will become 1 and break will terminate the loop. It means our search is over. We don't have to search again. So when search will be over, then control will go to if statement. In the beginning I had told you k is a indicator which tells the computer whether the element is present or not present. So value of k when it is 1, then body of if is, it will display a message, the required number sh means value of the number is present at index. And what is the index? I. Suppose the number was present in the beginning of the array, that is when I equal to 0. That time when break statements runs, So break will take the control outside the body of for loop. So when the loop is over, then what will be the value of I? Value of I was 0 that time. That is why it will print here 0. It means the required number is present at index 0. Suppose first time element is not present, then body of if will not run, then I will update, I will become 1. Now again 1 is less than 10. This time M1 is compared with SH. If it is matching, then again K will become 1 and break will take the control outside the for loop, means loop will be over. So that time it will display value of I as 1. It means the required number is present at index number 1. So wherever the search item is present, due to break statement, value of I will remain same and that value will print here. Suppose the element is not present from the beginning till the end. So our loop will run from 0 to 9 10 times. If it is not found, then the last iteration when I equal to 10, 10 is less than 10, not satisfied, then loop will terminate. So when loop will terminate without matching the search item in the array, then this body of if will never execute. It means value of k will not become 1. It will remain 0 that we had stored in the beginning. That is why we have designed else part here. If k is not 1, it means k is 0. That time else will run. Then we will get a message. The required number SH is not present. So that is the program that I have explained now. Now we will execute the same program. Now see, I will explain the program once more. Program is on the left hand side and its output is on the right hand side. So first we have got the message, enter 10 integers. This message is because of this statement. So it will flash only once on the screen because it is written outside the loop. Now our loop will continue 10 times. So you can see when I equal to 0, first time it will display a message, enter integer I plus 1. This is very important to understand. So when I equal to 0, it will flash a message, enter integer colon, and after that 0 plus 1. So 0 plus 1 will make it 1. Now computer is waiting for the users to enter the value. When first value is entered, like 4 I have entered. So where this 4 will be stored? This 4 will be stored in the array M at 0 index, that is M0. So this first value 4 is stored in the array at 0 index. Now second message, enter integer 2. Why it is displayed? Because of I is updated. So when the body of for loop is over, I will become 1. Now 1 is less than 10, satisfied. We will get a message, enter integer I plus 1. So that is why enter integer 2. So when we enter second value 5, it will be stored in the array at 1 index. So M1 will receive value 5. So in the same way we are going to enter all the values in the array. Any number you can enter, positive or negative. So 10 numbers are entered. Now it is asking enter the integer to be searched. Suppose 8 I am going to search. See, 8 is entered here. Enter integer 5. Fifth value was 8. So that we are going to search here. So fifth value will be stored at index number 4 because first value is at index number 0. So after pressing enter key, we have got the message, the required number 8 is present at index number 4. Now we will see one more output for different value. Suppose the number we are searching is not present in the array, then what will happen? First enter all the values. Now I am going to check whether 65 is present or not present. Now it is displaying a message, required number 65 is not present. I hope you would have understood the program now. This is the basic program. We can have programs similar to this. Variable description I have already told you. M to store the array, sh is the search item, I is the loop variable, and k is an indicator to know if the given integer is present or not present. So how computer will come to know it is present? When k is 1, it means present, and when k is 0, it means not present. Output I have already shown to you. Now see, two more programs can be understood very easily with the help of this basic program. Suppose we want to accept string value in the array and we want to check whether a given string is present or not present. Means instead of number we are taking some names from the user. So we need to do some changes in the above code. First change is the declaration of array will change from integer to string. So data type we will change from int to string. Now the search item is string here, so again int sh will change to string sh. In the previous program we had displayed a message enter integer or enter number. In this program we are taking string value, so wherever we have typed integer or number, that we will replace with name. Now the function to receive the string value is next line. So next int will change with next line. Search item was integer value in the previous program. Now search item is string value, so again next int will change to next line. Now the if condition, in case of integer we had mentioned if mi double equal to sh. Double equal to works with integer and character value when we want to compare. But to compare two strings together, we have a function equals, so that will be used here. So these changes are required. With these changes I have already designed the program. You can see the question here. Write a program to accept 10 different names in an SDA and search if given name is present or not. If present, then display the index or display the relevant message using linear search. So whatever changes I had told you, I will show it to you once more. Data type of array is changed from int to string. Int sh is changed to string sh. Instead of numbers, we have written names here also, here also. Next int will change to next line, and this if statement will change. Double equal to will change to equals. Other things will remain as it is, no change. Now let us see the result. Okay. Now this program is to accept 10 names. Our program is already running here. Asking first name, like this you can enter. Suppose I am entering my name also. My name is present in the order 9, ninth value. I want to check my name is present or not. So the required name Satish is present at index 8. You can see ninth value will be present at index number 8. Now one more program can be designed with the same program if we do some minor changes. Suppose we want to find whether a given element is present how many times, means frequency of given element. In that case we need to do only these 3 changes. First see the program. where I have made the changes. That was our first program for integers. So here we will make some changes. Now you can see here where we have applied if statement. If mi double equal to sh, after that k plus plus is required. In the previous program, we had mentioned k equal to 1 and break, two statements. Now, one more change, if k greater than 0, then statement will change to frequency of sh equal to k. And in the previous program, that was our message. If k equal to 1, so k equal to 1 will be replaced with if k is greater than 0, and accordingly this message will change. Now see the result of this program. I have already designed the program. First we need to enter 10 integers. Value 1 I am entering more than once. So you can see value 1 is entered 3 times. Now enter the integer whose frequency is to be searched. I want to check the frequency of 1. So 1 is typed. Now see, you can see the result, frequency of 1 equal to 3. So now we have studied 3 programs. I hope you would have understood all the 3 programs. Please revise all these programs that I have explained and try to solve some related programs from your exercise. In the next video, we will discuss about sorting. Till then, take care.